Hope everyone is doing well. We are on the second Perek, second Mishnah. Rabbi Gamliel ben Oshel Rabbi Yehuda Hanasi Omer. Rabbi Gamliel, the son of Rabbi Yehuda Hanasi, says, Yafet Talmud Torah im derech eretz. How beautiful is Torah study combined with derech eretz, which literally means the way of the world, which we'll explain in a moment. Shegias shnehem mishkachas avon. Because through the work and exertion of both of these items, mishkachas avon, you will sin will be forgotten. V'chol Torah she'ein ima malacha, and all Torah study that does not have accompanying it some form of work, sofa betela v'goreres avon, in the end will be batel, which means it'll cease, v'goreres avon, and it will cause sin. V'chol ha'oskim emet tzibur, and anyone that works on behalf of the community, yehiu oskim imahem l'shem shamayim, should do so altruistically. Sh'schos avosam masa'atam, because the merit of their fathers, meaning the people that work on behalf of the communities, will help them. B'tzidkasam u'medas la'ad, and their righteousness will stand forever. Va'atem, and you, again referring to in second person, those that work on behalf of the community, I will bestow upon you a lot of reward, as if you achieved what you wanted to achieve. So let's go back to the beginning of the Mishnah and explain a little bit. So I like this Mishnah a lot. Yafat Talmud Torah derech eretz. So Torah study combined with derech eretz. What does derech eretz mean? So one definition, one famous definition, is that derech eretz means courtesy and manners. You'll say to someone, you need to have derech eretz. So that means having good manners, having good character traits. Another way, though, which I think the Mishnah is getting at, is of explaining derech eretz, is to say that it means contributing to the world, to do something even besides for the religious life that we live, to do something as well in terms of work. Why is that important? Because the exertion of both of them will cause sin to be forgotten. It's very difficult to study Torah all day long, and if that's your sole plan in life, some people can definitely do it. So that's what they should be doing. But many other people can't do that. And so it's actually a plan that stands to backfire if all you're planning to do is to study the Torah all day, because that's impossible for most people. You need to have some time to do other activities, and if you have no other plan, whether it's for employment or even just volunteering, so that free time will perhaps be used for negative things. So to have your Torah study on one hand and to have your work and your job or your volunteering on the other, the exertion of both of them should take up most of your time, leaving little other time to do anything negative. So that's why the Mishnah is very realistic and understands that in people's real lives, right, you can't just have Torah study and expect that to carry you through, because most people need to be able to do something else. So to have this combination is a great thing. And then it kind of says the same thing, that if your Torah study does not have work with it, right, it's kind of maybe just emphasizing this point, it will cause you to sin, and your Torah study will be nullified, and it's not a good thing. So definitely always try to have employment and Torah study together. Then the next part is a related topic, which talks about working on behalf of the community. And it says you need to do so l'shem shamayim, for the sake of heaven. Now, this is something that's not so easy because, you're working on behalf of the community, and, you would like to be respected and honored for the work that you do. And yet a lot of times, people that work for the community are often misunderstood and perhaps underappreciated. So it helps to bear in mind that when you're working on behalf of the community, as we see with Moses and these parshas with Moshe, how he's dealing with the real people and leading them, and the difficulties and challenges in doing so and leading a large group of the Jewish people. So too in leaders nowadays, if you realize that what you're doing is really for the sake of heaven, it has a grander purpose. So even if the people that you're working with, the constituents, don't always appreciate you, you realize that, okay, I would love to be appreciated and respected, but ultimately my goal is to serve the community and to uplift us spiritually, and that's more of a divine goal. And so I'm not as bothered anymore by what actually happens down here, so to speak. Then it goes on to say that if you do your community work altruistically and for the sake of heaven, for the sake of God, so you'll be rewarded. First of all, the people that came before you their merit will be added to you, right? So if you continue the work of great people that came before you, you'll be credited with what they were able to do as well. Also, the last point of the Mishnah is that sometimes we do our community work, and we don't accomplish everything that we tried to accomplish, that we set out to accomplish. And it can be frustrating and disappointing.